Magandang araw! Sama-sama tayong matuto sa Teacher Sal Learning Resource Channel.
Revised K-12 Curriculum, Science 3, Quarter 1, Week 5. Our topic is all about materials and their uses. Junk shop. Look at this picture of a junk shop. A junk shop is a place where old materials from the community are brought, sorted, and organized. Identify objects that are hard, shiny, and stretchable in the picture of the junk shop. Here are answer keys. Use glass bottles, hard. Old tires, hard. Empty tin cans, shiny. Old utensils, shiny. Plastic bags, stretchable. Kalakal business. Have you ever sold things or trash to a junk shop, also known as kalakal? Can all trash be sold in kalakal? Not everything can be sold in kalakal. Today, you will learn why this is so. In this session, you will be able to answer what happens to materials when we throw them away. Have you heard the term throw away before? Where have you heard it? What things have you thrown away before? Answer in complete sentences and share it with your seatmates. We often use the synonym dispose of for throw away. Let's have activity 1. What changes happen to materials when they are disposed of? In this activity, you will describe what happens to different objects when they are disposed of. Your class will be divided into 4 groups. Group 1 observes any change in notebook paper and cardboard. Group 2 observes any change in the plastic bag and plastic juice pack. Group 3 observes any change in the banana peel and slice of bread. Group 4 observes any change in soda can and a glass bottle. Here are the materials needed: notebook paper, piece of cardboard, plastic bag, juice carton, soda can, glass bottle, banana peel, slice of bread, sanitary kit, gloves, face mask, soap, or alcohol. The duration of this activity is good for 15 minutes. Here are the instructions. For step 1, wear a face mask and a pair of gloves before the start of the activity. Step 2, copy the table below onto a manila paper. For the first column, we have the material. Second column, what did the material look like before they were disposed of? In the third column, what do the materials look like 3 days after they are disposed of? Step 3, observe each of the given materials assigned to your group. Record your observations on the table in your science notebook. Step 4, wash your hands properly after the activity. Present your observations to the table and your answers. Did the materials assigned to your group change a lot after they were disposed of? The changes depend on the materials each group was given. Food leftovers and proper waste will change a lot. Plastic and glass waste won't change as much. In what ways did the materials change? All the materials are expected to become dirty and smelly. Food leftovers will likely spoil and smell bad, and bread might grow mold. Paper waste might be torn, crumpled, or wet. In what ways did the materials change? Plastic waste like juice cartons and plastic bags might get dirty but won't change much. Soda cans might get crumpled and soda bottles might break. What change is common to the materials you observe in the activity? All the materials will look dirty and smell bad. We throw things away when we are done using them. When materials are not disposed of properly, they mix with other garbage. As you have seen in the activity, different things change in different ways when they are disposed of. Look at the tables presented by your groups. Which materials change a lot after they were disposed of? Some materials change a lot after they were thrown away in the garbage. Which materials change a lot after they were disposed of? Food leftovers such as banana peel and bread slices change in color and smell. Banana peels became darker, while bread slices got green things on them. These are called molds. You've seen that paper waste can change too. Some get torn and some become crumpled. If you're not familiar with these words, don't worry, I will show you examples of torn and crumpled paper so you can understand better. Which materials did not change much after being disposed of? As you have seen, things like glass bottles, soda cans, and plastic juice packs don't change much. Sometimes cardboard can change a lot, especially if it's thin, like the cardboard used for product packaging. But the thick cardboard used for brown boxes doesn't change much. While soda cans and other objects made of metal did not change much after 3 days, they can change further when they're disposed of for a long time. Are you familiar with kalawang? Can you tell me what it looks like? What do your parents say about things that have kalawang? Let's talk about it. When something gets kalawang or becomes rusty, that means it has changed, and this usually happens to metal objects. What change is common to all the materials in the activity? The activity has shown common ways materials change when they are disposed of. Most trash materials become wet, smelly, and dirty. Some materials, like those made of paper, get torn and crumpled. Some materials, like those made of plastic, may get bent or crumpled. Some materials, like food leftovers, get smelly, have molds, and become spoiled. Some materials, like metal cans, get rusty. Some materials, like those made of glass, get broken into smaller pieces. Mina is collecting the trash from her household for the garbage collection this weekend. Describe the changes that occurred in each material after they were thrown away. What change happened to material? Here are the correct answers. For the first picture, crumpled. Next, broken, rotted, flattened, and broken. For your assignment, go through a trash bin in your home and find 5 things your family has thrown away. Describe what changes have happened to the materials. For day 2, read the concept map following the directions of the arrows. When materials are thrown away, they become blank. Can you recall what changes usually happen to things when we throw them away? Becoming bent, crumpled, torn, wet, dirty, spoiled, rotten, broken, and rusty. Observe the concept map. What are the other parts you see in the concept map? Identify different boxes in the concept map. Most of you will probably recognize the box labeled burned. Look at this picture. It shows garbage being burned. In many homes, burning is one way people get rid of trash. Just like when we throw things away, materials also change when we burn them. What happens to materials when we burn them? What do you think will happen to a material when it is burned? Use the sentence frame, I think when materials are burned, the material will become blank. Share your predictions with your classmates. What happens when we burn materials from our home? Here are the materials needed for this second activity: sheets of paper, juice cartons, leaves, twigs or small branches, matchsticks or lighter, face mask, pail of water. The duration of this activity is good for 15 minutes. Here are the instructions. Step 1. Copy the table below on a manila paper. On the first column, we have the materials. Second column, describe the material before they were burned. In the third column, describe the material while they are burning. Step 2. Look closely at each material given. Write down what you see on the second column of the table in your group's manila paper. Step 3. Wear a face mask and stand 10 steps away from your teacher during the demonstration. Go near the demonstration table only when the teachers call on you. Step 4. Watch carefully as the materials are burned. Stretch your hand a few centimeters away from the burning object, but do not touch it. Write down what you notice happening in your notebook. What changes are common to all of the materials you observe in the activity? It is a common practice in many homes to burn things. For example, in many homes, people burn fallen leaves and twigs in their backyard. Some burn twigs, charcoal, and paper for cooking. However, this is not really a good practice. Burning materials can be dangerous for humans and the surroundings. Look at the observations you have gathered on the burning of different materials. What change have you observed always happens when a material is being burned? The sheets of paper, plastic, juice cartons, leaves, and twigs all have become hotter while burning, produces smoke while burning. These two things are not present when the materials are not burning. Revisiting the concept map. Fill up the box number 2. Read the concept map following the directions of the arrows. What are the changes that happen to materials when they're burned? Smoke comes out, the materials becomes hot. Here are pictures of things you find at home. In the second column, draw what you think would happen if these things were burned. Under your drawings, describe how each material changed. For the material, we have katol and a newspaper. What will material look like while burning? Here are the expected answers. The katol will turn black and become ash. The newspaper will burn quickly and turn into black ash. Ask your parents or guardian about the materials you usually burn at home. Have them describe what happens to the materials while burning. This will be your homework. For day 3. What are the changes that happen to materials when they're burned? Becoming hot and producing smoke. Why do we throw things away? Why do some people burn things? There are many reasons why we throw away things or burn them, such as we don't need it anymore, to keep our homes clean, and to make space for new things. Let's go back to the concept map. This map shows how things change when we throw them away or burn them. These changes can be harmful. They can hurt people, animals, and even the environment. That's why we need to be careful with how we dispose of our trash. Using the dictionary, find the meaning of the word harmful. Have you heard the term harmful before? Where have you heard it? The term harmful comes from the word harm. Open your dictionaries and look for the word harm. In an English-Tagalog dictionary, harm means pinsala, saktan, or sirain. Now, try to use the word harmful in a sentence. Then share your sentence with your classmates. Example, burning plastic is harmful to our health. For Activity 3, Part 1, what happens if we throw trash in the wrong places and burn household materials? Let's divide the class into 6 groups. Each group will be assigned one photo from the gallery walk. Your task is to look closely at the photo, talk about what you see, and share what changes are happening in the materials. Later, you will present your ideas to the class. Get ready to work as a team. Materials needed, pictures for the gallery walk. Duration, it is good for 10 minutes. Here are the instructions. Visit the gallery prepared by your teacher inside the classroom. Examine the 5 pictures displayed in the gallery. Describe what you see in the picture. Record your observations in your science notebook. Discuss your observations with your groupmates. Answer the following questions as a group. What is the material found in the picture? Where is the material found in the picture? What harmful effect do you observe in the picture? Here are the pictures. First, a pedestrian with a bleeding foot from stepping on broken glass on a busy sidewalk. A person on the beach stepping on a bent and crumpled plastic bottle, injured his foot. A person experiences a stomachache after eating in a carinderia where rotten food surrounded by rats and flies are dumped nearby. A child coughing and covering his face near a pile of burning leaves and plastic with smoke surrounding the area. A lady getting sick after stepping on a rusty nail on the road. A man burning his hands when he accidentally touches trash that are burning. Answer the following questions as a group. What is the material found in the picture? Where is the material found in the picture? What harmful effect do you observe in the picture? Now let's hear from each group. Group 1, please present your observations for picture 1. Group 2, you're next with picture 2. Group 3, share what you saw in picture 3. We will do this until all groups are done. Let's listen carefully to each group and learn from one another. For picture 1, a broken glass bottle on the sidewalk. Stepping on broken glass bottles caused a foot injury on the person in the picture. For picture 2, a bent and crumpled plastic bottle on the beach side. Stepping on bent and crumpled plastic bottle caused a foot injury on the person in the picture. Next picture. Rotten food near carinderia. The person eating the food gets a stomachache. For the next picture, burning leaves and plastic bottles in the backyard. The child is having difficulty in breathing due to the smoke and fumes from the fire. Next picture. Rusty nail on the road. The lady got sick after stepping on the rusty nail. For the next picture, a hot charcoal in the kitchen. The man got burns on his hands. The man got burns on his hands after touching the burning trash. Let's begin by remembering what we've learned. Materials change when they are disposed of or burned. Now, let's look at the outputs your groups posted on the board. Take turns reading aloud the materials in each picture and describing how they change. As we go through each one, think about this. These changes can sometimes be harmful to our health and safety. That's why it is important to know how we throw away or burn things. It can affect not just us, but also the people and animals around us. Class, let's look at the observations shared by all the groups for numbers 1, 2, 3, and 5. Now, think about what usually happens in those kinds of situations. What did you notice? Most of the materials change. Some were burned, some were torn or crumpled, and some even started to rot or rust. These changes are common when we throw things away or burn them. And as we've learned, these changes can sometimes be harmful to our health, animals, and the environment. Broken glasses, plastic bottles and containers, and rusty nails and cans on the road can cause injuries. Eating or cooking rotten food can cause illnesses like stomachache and infections. What bad things can happen to people when we burn materials from home? Now class, let's focus on the observation for numbers 4 to 6. Look closely at what the groups wrote or drew. What do you see happening in those situations? Usually in these kinds of cases, the materials do not change much. They stay almost the same even after being thrown away or left for a long time. That's because some materials like plastic or glass do not rot or break down easily. They stay in the environment for a very long time, which can be harmful too. Burning leaves, plastic, or charcoal can cause burns and problems in breathing. Revisiting the concept map. Let's go back to the concept map we worked on earlier. In our previous sessions, you already filled out box 1 and box 2. Great job on those! Today, it's time to fill out box number 3. Think about everything we learned from the pictures and group presentations. What changes happened to the materials when they were thrown away or burned? Were those changes helpful or harmful? Write your answers in box number 3 of your concept map. You may work with your group or share your ideas with a seatmate before writing. Read the concept map following the directions of the arrow. Harmful effects on people. Look at the following pictures. Name the material in each picture. Describe how it changed and explain how it can be bad for people's health and safety. First picture, picture of a child getting cut by a sharp piece of plastic in the yard. What is the material in the picture? What happened to the person in the picture because of the material? For the second picture, picture of a person coughing near a pile of burning trash with smoke coming out. For day 4, what are the harmful effects of throwing away materials and burning them on people's health and safety? Look at the concept map. Besides people, what else is affected by materials that are thrown away or burned? You're right, the changes in materials when they are thrown away and burned can also affect animals. plants, and the surroundings. In this session, you will be able to answer how does throwing trash away in the wrong places and burning things hurt the environment. Look at the concept map. Besides people, what else is affected by materials that are thrown away or burned? The changes in materials when they are thrown away and burned can also affect animals, plants, and the surroundings. In this session, you will be able to answer how does throwing trash away in the wrong places and burning things hurt the environment. Using the dictionary, let's find the meaning of the word environment. Have you heard the word environment before? Where have you heard it? Look up the word environment in your dictionaries. One dictionary defines the environment as all things together that surround animals and humans in the natural world, including the air, the water, and the soil. From the definition, the environment includes everything that surrounds us, including animals, plants, and trees, the rivers, ponds, and oceans, and air we breathe. For Activity 3, Part 2, what happens if we throw trash in the wrong places and burn household materials? Your class will be divided into 6 groups. 2 groups will be assigned to the same photo in the gallery walk. Here are the materials needed. Pictures for the gallery walk. Duration, the activity is good for 10 minutes. Instructions. Step 1. Visit the gallery prepared by your teacher inside the classroom. Examine the pictures assigned to your group. Describe what you see in the picture. Record your observations in your science notebook. Discuss your observations with your groupmates. Answer the following questions as a group. What material can be found in the picture? How does the material affect the animals in the picture? How does the material affect the plants in the picture? How does the material affect the surroundings in the picture? Here are the pictures for Activity 3B. A pond or river filled with floating trash like dirty plastic bottles, crumpled tin cans, and food wrappers. Fish and ducks are trying to navigate the dirty water, struggling to swim. A dog is attempting to drink from the pond, looking hesitant due to the dirty water. The plants in the pond or river have trash caught in them. For the next picture, a garbage dump site with scattered plastic bottles, paper trash, soft drink cans, broken glass bottles, old appliances, and spoiled food leftovers. Pests such as flies, rats, and cockroaches are everywhere. Trees and plants around the site are dried up and dying. A dog steps on a broken glass and hurts its paw. For the third picture, a bonfire burning plastic bottles, newspapers, cardboard, and leaves. Thick, dark smoke is rising from the fire. Nearby animals like cats and dogs are coughing and struggling to breathe. Plants near the bonfire are wilting from the heat. The clouds above have become darker. One pair of each group will present now their observations for the picture they were assigned to. For picture 1, here are the expected answers. Dirty plastic bottles, crumpled plastic bottles, crumpled food wrappers. Fish and ducks struggle to swim. The dog is hesitant to drink the dirty water. Plants around the pond have trash caught in them. The pond became dirty and the water became dark in color. For picture 2, plastic bottles, paper trash, soft drink cans, broken glass bottles, old appliances, spoiled food leftovers. Pests like flies, rats, and cockroaches are everywhere. A dog hurts its paw on broken glass. Trees and plants around the site are dried up and dying. The garbage dump site is very dirty and smelly. For picture 3, burning plastic bottles, newspapers, cardboard, leaves. Cats and dogs are coughing and struggling to breathe because of the smoke. Plants around the area are wilting and covered in soot. The air around the bonfire has become dark. The clouds above the bonfire had also become dark too. Changes that happen in materials when they are disposed of or when they are burned can be harmful to animals, plants, and our surroundings. What bad things can happen to our surroundings when we throw away trash in the wrong places and burn materials from home? Plastic, paper, metal, and food waste thrown on land and in water cause the surroundings to become dirty and smelly. What bad things can happen to animals when we throw away trash in the wrong places and burn materials from home? Animals are affected too. Animals can get sick when they drink dirty water from rivers and ponds, get injured when they step on broken pieces of trash, and have difficulty breathing when the air is filled with smoke. Moreover, in dirty places, pests such as rats, cockroaches, and flies can grow. What bad things can happen to plants when we throw away trash in the wrong places and burn materials from home? Look at the concept map. Fill up boxes 4 and 5. What are the harmful effects of throwing away materials and burning them on plants, animals, and our surroundings? On plants and animals, both get sick from dirty water and dirty air. Animals get injured. Plants and trees get caught up in trash. On the surroundings, becoming dirty, becoming smelly, which can hurt the environment. Look at the following pictures. Name the material in each picture. Describe how it changed and explain how it can be bad for animals, plants, and or surroundings. For the first picture of a horse drinking water from a dark-colored pond filled with plastic waste and old appliances. What happened to the animal in the picture because of the material? For the next set of picture of plants whose leaves are covered in soot. Next picture of a street littered with garbage.